It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Jessica Rouse with 2NURFM Hunter News. 2 young boys have been killed after a car smashed into a classroom in Greenacre in Sydney's west. A Toyota Kluger collided with a hardwood classroom at Banksia Road Primary coming off the road just after 10 o'clock this morning. Tragically, a number of young children were injured, but even more tragic were the 2 8-year-old boys who were killed. The 52-year-old female driver of the vehicle is assisting police in undergoing mandatory testing. Acting Assistant Commissioner Stuart Smith says the school has been evacuated so investigations can continue.
This is a horrific incident for all. I have to commend the emergency services, the staff at the school, the Department of Education, obviously have all worked together to resolve this incident. It is ongoing and will be here for some time to unravel this dreadful event.
Back in the Hunter now, and Ausgrid crews responded to around 240 reports of hazards on the network around Cessnock, Abermain and Kurri yesterday afternoon. This time yesterday, winds of up to 100 kilometres an hour smashed Kurri, ripping roofs off buildings, uprooting trees and causing extensive damage. The Kurri Aquatic Centre is open, but the gym section is closed. Kurri Library, the community centre and the ambulance hall are all closed as well until further notice due to significant damage. 2 greyhound trainers, including one from the Hunter, have pleaded guilty to possessing steroids and a drug used to euthanize animals. The sea and property of Wayne Vanderberg was raided by Strikeforce Inbob back in April. The 44-year-old also pleaded guilty to possessing ammunition without holding a licence and to possessing a prohibited weapon in Downing Centre local court this morning. 43-year-old John Vanderberg from Yarramundi also pleaded guilty to possessing steroids and a drug used to euthanize animals. In a bid to cut down on the 345 kilograms of food Aussies throw out per household, the state government is throwing millions of dollars worth of grants the Hunters' way to bring the waste down. Grants of up to $200,000 are available for councils and relief agencies to bring down the amount of food wasted by giving it to people who actually need it. Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott McDonald, says supermarkets already do their bit, and the more the better.
Supermarkets do a really good job here. Instead of throwing it away, they help these organisations. They distribute it amongst the community that really need it, and really important. But they do need a lot of infrastructure. I've noticed when you do visit the depots, they've got a lot of freezers, they've got a lot of fridges, shelving, all those sorts of things. And that's primarily what these grants are aimed at.
Major upgrades of the 201-year-old Newcastle East Public School will soon go to tender, with construction due to start next year and be completed by 2021. A project reference group made up of representatives of the school, the P&C and the Department of Education have identified a number of key areas of the school which need upgrading in order to cater for the projected growth of the school. New South Wales Minister for Education Rob Stokes visited the school this morning, which will see 4 new permanent classrooms, a new outdoor learning area and more outdoor play space with the removal of 2 demountable classrooms. Plans to redevelop Newcastle's Market Street lawn space continue to progress as the council announces the heritage-listed signal box is up for lease in hopes to transform it into a new cafe, restaurant or even a bar. Newcastle train station is also opened for lease on an 18-month trial and is the latest commercial offering from the Revitalising Newcastle project. And the University of Newcastle's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Caroline McMillan, will be stepping down from her job by October 2018. The university will be making a global search for her replacement and aim to have a new Vice-Chancellor by mid-next year. She's been in the job for 7 years. To finance, the All Ords is up 42 points at 60.68 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 76.8 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Cardiff Hawks have announced the reappointment of Nathan Harkness as head coach for the 2018 Black Diamond AFL season. Harkness guided the club to the grand final in 2017 after winning 15 games last season. Promising Newcastle golfer Luke Ferrier has won Merryweather's A-grade club championships. The youngster, whose victory coincided with his 18th birthday, has now won the competition 3 times after winning it as a 15-year-old. And with just an hour left before the Melbourne Cup is run, Hunter Syndicator's Australian Bloodstock have hopes on their runner Big Duke to take out the race with the track favouring the 6-year-old. Red Cardinal is also running for the Syndicator, but after drawing barrier 24, they are measuring their hopes for what is set to be a tough run. 2NURFM news time is 2:05.